Good evening, everyone. Welcome back, folks. Today is Sunday, January 22nd, 2023. I'm your host, Samantha.
And Chris.
Back with another episode of MMTV. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Tonight, Chris will start off with a new original music video, and then we have Dakota with his segment known as Question of the Week.
Hi, I'm Dakota, and welcome to week 4 of Question of the Week. This week's question, what's better, cats or dogs? What's better, cats or dogs?
Cats, 100%.
Why?
Did you say no to me?
I said why.
Oh, okay. Because they're just like me, for real. I hate people. Cats also hate people, but they also know when you need love.
Cats or dogs?
Cats, clearly.
Why?
They're superior. They don't emote just like me. They're also terrible. They require a lot less needs than dogs do. They're great.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Why?
Well, because they're cute. They're not as fluffy. They don't like cuddle with you as much, but some do. And you get to like hike outside and run with them and stuff. Cats can do that too, but I know.
What's better, cats or dogs?
I gotta go with dogs on that one. They're walkable, they're cuddleable, they're feedable. They give you feedback. Cats really don't provide that. They're kind of mean. They just like to hiss and scratch, and so I'm going dogs.
What's better, cats or dogs?
I'm gonna go with an unpopular opinion. I'm gonna say hamsters.
Why?
I don't know.
What's better, cats or dogs?
I think cats are better
Why?
because I have a cat. Well, I also have 2 dogs, but I have a cat and he's really snuggly, so yeah.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Why?
Because they're man's best friend.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Why?
Because they're not slobbery.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Dogs, because they're chill. They don't act up, they don't scratch up your couch, they're just there.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Horses.
Why?
Dogs for loyalty, cats for like house pets.
Better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Better, cats or dogs?
I like either.
Why? Better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Why?
Because they're bigger.
Better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Dogs are much better.
Better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Why?
Because they're better.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
What's better, cats or dogs?
Dogs. Dogs. Dogs.
Why?
They're dogs. They're
Because
adorable.
they're cute. They're just like loving and adorable.
What's better, cats or dogs?
I like both, but even more than that, I like lizards.
Hi, this has been week 4 of Question of the Week. Make sure to tune in next week for the next question. See ya.
Keep in mind this Wednesday is going to be a half day, so take some time and go out with some friends or catch up on work. The choice is yours. School will resume regularly on Thursday. Next up, we have Gage, who is going to share this week's recipe review, and then right after, Ember and Remy take it away with Fake It Till You Bake It.
Welcome back to Fake It Till You Bake It.
With Ember and Remy.
This week we made tomato soup and grilled cheese.
taste test. We faked it.
And we baked it.
Come back next week for more. The Student Advisory has been hard at work making progress in this new year. Already they have initiated the return of morning announcements, gender-neutral bathroom signs, clinical visits to advisories, an assembly about program shifts, and are working on getting a composting cube up and running. We are so excited to see what project they announce next. Great work, guys. Next up, we dive into the world of missing people with Lexi, then Gabe with his segment on historical subjects.
Hello, my name is Lexi and this is Missing People, the segment where each week I'll report on a different person who has disappeared. This week we have Sabrina Lee Hathaway, a white female from Worcester, Massachusetts who at the time of her disappearance, on December 21st, 2014, was 23 years old, 5 feet 3 inches tall, and weighed anywhere between 110 to 130 pounds. It is known by Sabrina's family that she suffers from bipolar disorder. On the day of her disappearance, Sabrina had been at her aunt's house when she said she was going for a ride with a friend, who was unknown at the time to have been her ex-boyfriend named Kevin K. Kreuzer. She said she would have been right back, but never returned. She left behind all of her belongings. Her and Kevin had been living at his grandmother's house on Dixfield Road until shortly after her disappearance when it had burned down on January 1st. Kevin stated that he and Sabrina had gone inside and he passed out. When he woke up, she was gone. She's never been heard from since. In March of 2017, Kevin and 2 others were charged with arson in relation to the fire of the Dixfield house. Authorities believe that Kevin offered the 2 cuts of the insurance money off the house, which was valued at about $134,000. But unfortunately, the house was not insured. All of them have since been released from prison. All 3 men have criminal records. Kevin maintains his innocence regarding Sabrina's disappearance, but her loved ones say that he was very abusive towards her. Sabrina's father died young, and her mother was involved with drugs and has served several terms in prison. She was mainly raised by her relatives. Her mother died in 2017, only 2.5 years after her daughter disappeared. If you have any information regarding her disappearance, please contact the Worcester Police Department. Thank you for your time.
We finally made it into the new quarter and new semester as well. Take some time to reflect on the great work you've accomplished. We're halfway there. Next up, we have Apple with this week's speed drawing.
Looking for a cute date idea or just a fun night out with friends? If so, I have the event for you. Monuments Class of 2025 will be hosting a Winter Wonderland Summer Semi-Formal at 7 p.m. on February 11th. The tickets are just $10 each and are being sold during both lunch periods. This is an event definitely not to miss, and plus all the proceeds goes to the Class of 2025. Why not? Next up, Leo takes it away with his segment, Music Reviews.
Hello and welcome to It's Music. I'm your host Leo, and today we're talking about the MVP of the year, maybe all-time album, best album of all time, The Ants from Up There by Black Country New Road. Black Country New Road is a Brixton-based post-punk band, close friends of other band Black Midi. I think I've talked about them. Prior to their long-awaited sophomore album coming after the first album, it was announced that the lead singer, Isaac Wood, would be leaving the band. What does this mean for Black Country New Road? Is it over? This album better be something special if it means that it's the last thing the singer guy's going to work on. The album comes out, the singer leaves, and then within a day everybody kind of agrees like, oh yeah, this album is kind of amazing, isn't it? Sort of the aesthetic of Ants from Up There is that it's much less of like a gritty post-punk album than their last one. It has all these like classical influences in their sound. You know, they've always had a violin player and a saxophone player and a pianist, which is kind of rare for this kind of group, for this kind of like, their first album was a real sort of guitar rock, like angsty kind of vibe. But now they've gotten really, really pretty with their sound, kind of baroque. It's all kind of about anxiety and the stress of constant travel through touring with this band and why he decided to leave it. We start off the album with a little intro before we go into Chaos Space Marine, the best song of all time. It's got all these crazy interconnected melodies and stuff, these weird lyrics about being a little plastic man, and keep going. We got Concord, the other best song of all time. It has this little post-chorus melodic bit that's like the best thing I've ever heard. We have Bread Song, the other best song of all time, much more minimal than the first two songs, but it's kind of just as good. Good Will Hunting, the actual best song of all time. This is my favorite of them, probably. Haldern is probably the least greatest song of all time, but it's still one of the greatest songs of all time. Totally improvised, apparently, which is very, very cool. Mark's Theme, another best song of all time. I sat at the top of a mountain listening to this with one of my friends, staring at a sunset. It was like the most vibey experience of my life. Now we got the big boys. We got Place Where He Inserted the Blade. I love this song a lot. A lot of people think this is like the defining song of the album. I don't. It's still really, really good. The Concord Band 2 in my evening. Snow Globes. This is a lot of Godspeed You Black Emperor vibes to me, with the long build-ups. The big drum solo is like awesome. I love the way it's mixed. It's so weird. And then we got Basketball Shoes. Probably the best song of all time. This is 12 minutes long. It's a real like multi-part post-punk track. Really experimental, very like post-rock, honestly. It's really good. The last chorus made me cry the first time I listened to it. It's so good. Go listen to it. Black Country New Road. It's a band. Ants from Up There. One of the best albums of the last 10 years. It's become one of my favorite. It's become one of my favorite albums of all time in a very short amount of time. It's just good. It's really good. This is the last episode of It's Music, probably. That's really weird. For all of the no people who have followed this little show throughout the past 4 years, thank you for sticking around. I'm talking about you, Mr. Cakeley. Thank you. Goodbye and welcome to It's Music for the time being.
Parents, this one's for you. There are a series of parent council meetings quickly approaching this month. The upcoming dates are January 24th, 25th, and 31st, and February 1st as well. They all take place in different locations, so make sure you check the MMRHS newsletter for more information. Next up, Hyatt takes it away with his segment, The Short Skit, and Emmett shares with us this week's video game.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm with John's Museum of Beats. Not like the fake radishes, but like the cool song tunes. Here at John's Museums of Beats, we've been owned by our family for over 20 years, curating beats from the best beat makers. Come down to John's Museum of Beats. Tickets only $3.99, and that's a John's Museum of Beats guarantee.
Hey, my name's Jimmy. And unlike what you've heard about a certain Museum of Beats, we also have the fake radishes.
Isn't that crazy? Because John's Museums of Beats doesn't hold those. Isn't that kind of stupid? Plus, tickets are only $2.99, and that's a Jimmy guarantee. Hi, my name's John of John's Museums and Beats. And I've invested in the fake radishes. Isn't that great news? That's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm also dropping the ticket prices to $2.99, and we've also got a family guarantee of our family. So come on down to John's Museums of Beats. Family owned $2.99 tickets, and that's a John guarantee.
Hey, my name's Jimmy, and unlike some people, we only invest in fake radishes before someone calls us out on it on national TV. Isn't that right, John? If that's even your real name. Anyways, this is Jimmy's Museum of Beats. Fake radishes, the cool song tunes, and the thing you do when you want to hit someone. Isn't that amazing? We got 3 things, and tickets are only $1.99. And that's a Jimmy guarantee.
Hi, my name's John of John's Museums and Beats. You know us, right? Anyways, we've got the fake radishes, we've got the cool song tunes, and we've got the thing that you make when you hit people. We've got all the beats. Just, and we got the tickets for $1.99. Just, you know, if family owned, you just gotta come here, man. And that's a John guarantee. Hi, my name's Jimmy. Jimmy of Jimmy's Museums and Beats. Unlike John of John Museums and Beats, you know what Jimmy's Museums and Beats guarantees? We will never have a rat infestation in the fake radish aisle, and that's a Jimmy guarantee. Hi, my name's John of John's Museums and Beats. We got the fake radishes, we got the song tunes, and we've also got the sound you make when you hit people. But, like, we don't have a rat infestation. There's no rats in the fake radish aisle, I promise. And just to show you that there are no rats, I will get on all fours, and I will walk around. Do you see this? There are
no rats whatsoever here on this floor. And that's a John guarantee. Have you seen the recent shocking footage of John from John's Museums and Beats? Look around. Do you see this? There are. You don't want that man harvesting your fake radishes, your cool song tunes, or your sounds you make when you hit people, do you? No, you don't. And even crazier, I heard that John of John's Museums and Beats was actually abducting children and just used his John's Museums and Beats as a front. Anything to say about that, John? And your child will never be abducted here at Jimmy's Museums and Beats. And that's a Jimmy guarantee! And Jimmy, that clip was taken entirely out of context. That was your fault. We don't abduct kids here at John's Museums and Beats. We only have fake radishes, the cool song tunes, and the sound you make when you hit people. I've spent all my money on that. Please, just listen to me when I say we do not abduct children in order to make more money. I am going broke here, man. And that's a John guarantee. Jimmy's Museums and Beats, now open in 3 new locations. Daddy! Dad! No!
Last week, the advanced drama class performed the play Lovesick. It was so amazing to see these talented individuals in action. Congratulations to all who participated. Now, Natalie takes us away to the destination of the week. Then when we return, Emma will give us the weekly weather forecast as well as the MMRHS lunch menu.
Thanks, Emma, for ending the night. Sadly, this brings us to the end of this week's edition and the end of the first semester. Some of the segments will be back for semester 2, but there will be a lot of new people joining. We will not have a show next week as we'll be getting everyone up to speed. We'll be back in 2 weeks and a new set of segments. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your host, Chris.
And Samantha. Have a good night, everyone.